So there you go, guys. So in our proxy here on the response of ATM, I'm going to extract latitude and longitude, get address, and JS set the address. So first thing, extract lang and longitude, latitude and longitude. Probably here, okay, this comes from the cache. This is store address. Here's a lookup address. So there's a key is going to assign to geocoding.address, and here's the store address. Okay, so created the variable address, and here, even though we have our flow call out to have our to call this API, okay, but our flow is LC lookup address, geocode, address, and store address. So lookup address, getting from the cache, we're getting this, put in the cache, geocoding latitude and longitude, okay? After geocode, so it gets from our put on the correct parameters, those two and the API key. So where you put here is that. Then call it the geocode. That's our parameters on this API here. Exactly what I shown. Okay, whatever. Here. So calling this, put in call all API response as a variable. You may be wondering where is the geocode API key, but it's passed as a parameter, so it can get from the request. The only thing here is they're putting the cache key, those two variables. After all, it's going to put struct address. The result of geocoding, they get the format address input into address. And there's the source call out response in the content. So the content of that is going to be adding the address. There's our variable, okay? And the prefix. So geocoding the address, and now the last thing is the store address. So source geocoding the address and having the cache key, geocode latitude and longitude. Now what I did, we add a JS address here. First thing it does, extract lat and long. So there's our variables, latitude and longitude from the root, getting address, those parameters. This is extract variable, okay, extracting the variable on the response. So based on the response of our target, which our target is going to be calling this guy here. Don't mismatch that, because the response of the target is not the things you put it before here on the shared flow. The shared flow is not calling an external; it's calling the geolocation stuff, and the target here is calling the cloud run. So don't forget that. Getting back here, extract lang, latitude and longitude, get address from those parameters, okay, from the flow call out, okay, we get so it's calling here, so it's doing things in parallel. And after that we have the JS address. What it does, it uses our source, so this here, what I did, geocoding dot address on this whole content. So I have my payload, which responds to the content, and response.get address, etc. So it's bringing back our content. Okay, we can even have response payload dot a variable here and create a variable. So that's what I did here. So basically, you request here. It's call us our target. This guy already shown some requests. After that, After that, goes to the response. So get here, what it does. It's gonna get our structure length, which is gonna extract latitude and longitude, but probably here there is this answer. I have the request here done. I will find it. By the way, I already called this API here. It's gonna bring latitude and longitude. Okay. Then the get address. I'm gonna get my latitude and longitude. Put in here and here and here. I get it from the property set. Remember, I create a property set. There is a property set. There you go. I have my properties. There you go, geocoding.properties. Getting back here. So it gets from the property setting. I create a property set. And after that, what it does, since it is get right here, it's share band flow get address for location. So it's gonna call this guy. So what it does, calls these, and these, whatever. That's it. Simple. It's complex, but by the way, it's simple and complex are two different things. But you can get your response and call another API and do that's not part of your backend. So two different things. Thanks for watching. See you next video.